and welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me here today. Today I'm going to be doing a casual get ready with me that shows you what makeup I use pretty much on the daily. I have received some new products and I have purchased one new product that I am really excited about. So I'm really looking forward to showing you how I have been incorporating these new products into my daily routine. Just to give you a sneak peek, I will be showing you the two Merit holiday kits. They are absolutely beautiful, so I'm really excited to talk to you more about these. And then I did purchase the Rhode Pocket Blush, and I have been loving this one as well, so I'm excited to show you this one. I will let you know that I have prepped my face with two Merit products. The Great Skin Serum, which I have spoken about many, many times on my channel. I absolutely love this serum. And then Merit has this new product, the Great Skin Moisturizer, which was formulated to be used in conjunction with the serum. This is a beautiful lotion moisturizer, and I will link to a video where I have spoken more at length about this. Since this is a more makeup focused video, I don't want to get too deep into skincare. But anyway, these two work really well together, so I just wanted to let you know that is what I have on my face right now. So now moving into makeup, I will let you know that I have pretty much been using the Roshbrook Nutrient Day Cream Tinted SPF 30 on my face. I have re-fallen in love with this product and I have just been really enjoying using it. Since I found out that the Elta MD product that I was using pretty much over the whole entire summer, almost every day, since I found out that it has silicones in it, and I did realize that I'm pretty sure it was giving me some milia, I stopped using it and I have been using the Roshbrook instead. And you'll see that it is a little bit on that runny lotion side, which I really like. And I've got a mirror down here, so I am gonna, oh shoot, I always do this. I always forget to pull my hair back. So let me just get started on applying this to my face, and then I'm gonna pull my hair back. So anyway, I apply this like a lotion. And that is why I really like tinted moisturizers, because they're so easy to apply. You know, I can just apply it over my eyelids, directly under my eyes. This one does not irritate my skin at all. I get up into my hairline by my ears, and I especially get up over my lip where I tend to get melasma. And yeah, just make sure I get all of it applied. And then I know that, you know, I've got some product on my palm, so I make sure, just in a uplifting motion, that I'm not wasting any product. And then I get some on my neck here. Now, I do have a washcloth here, so I am going to wipe it off a little bit and then get my hair back. And I knew I was gonna forget. I had these barrettes right at the ready, and I still forgot to pull my hair back. Now, I know a lot of people are very particular about how much sunscreen they use. What I do is I use 2 full pumps of this particular product. I put it all over my face, and I get some on my neck as well. So that is what I do. I'm not saying that is exactly what you need to do. You might want to use more. There might be some debate about it, but that is what I do. And then I actually go in with a product that does also have more SPF in it. This is the Jane Iredale Pure Pressed Base, which does have 20 SPF. Now, what I typically do just kind of on a daily basis, if I'm not actually filming, is I take this powder with the L'Oreal by Morphe. I think this is their setting brush. I'm not exactly sure what the name is, but of course I will link that below. And you can see I'm very close to needing to replace this refill, but I swirl this around, and then what I do is I just put this under my eyes if I feel like I don't want to use any concealer. Now today, I feel like what I want to do is just use a tiny bit of concealer. So when I do that, I go in with the Tower 28 Serum Concealer, and I use K-Town. That is the color that I use. And today, since I am doing just kind of a daily, you know, daytime low-key look here, I'm not going to use that much concealer. And then I use the short end of my It Cosmetics dual-ended brush, which is my total holy grail concealer brush at this point. This is pretty much the only concealer brush that I have been reaching for ever since I got this. I think I got this during the Black Friday sale last year, if I'm remembering correctly, or maybe it was 2 years ago, actually. I'm not 100% sure. It might have been 2 years ago. But yeah, so I'm just gonna dab this on just very lightly, keeping it to the under eyes because I do have some dark circles going this morning. But I think that's it. I might just dab a little bit of the concealer where I just have a little bit of like a sun freckle right here. And then I just have a little bit of hyperpigmentation just right here. But I think that's it. So I've just got the Roshbrook Tinted SPF all over my face and then the Tower 28 concealer. So going back to what I do on a day-to-day basis, I may just take the Jane Iredale Pure Press base and dab a little bit under the eyes if I just want to mitigate a little bit of that dewy finish, because the Roshbrook Tinted Moisturizer, the Nutrient Day Cream, is really dewy. So I may just leave it at this. If I want to powder my entire face, I will take this very, very old Eco Tools kabuki brush, swirl it around the pan, you know, just tap it off a little bit, and then just very, very lightly powder my face with this, which then does give me a little bit more SPF protection because, like I said, this does have SPF 20. And I just want to kind of dab this just very, very lightly because I'm not actually trying to buff or blend the tinted moisturizer. I'm just kind of wanting to tamp down a little bit of the dewiness, but I don't want to tamp it down too much. I still want to keep that really radiant glow that the Roshbrook gives. So I feel like this just provides a little bit more of a natural skin finish with a little bit of that radiance peeking through or shining through. So I really love this combination of the Roshbrook Nutrient Day Cream Tinted with a little bit of the Jane Iredale on top. So I just really love how that looks. So that is really all I'm doing on a day-to-day basis in terms of my foundation. Sometimes I will just leave the Roshbrook on my skin with nothing else. I don't use any concealer or I don't use any powder. And oftentimes I feel like that's just absolutely enough. But if I do want a little bit more coverage, I'll use the concealer. And then if I want to, like I said, if I want to have a little bit more of a natural finish and less glowy, I will bring in the Jane Iredale. So let's go ahead and move on to eyes. I have been reaching again for the Kaja Bento Trio in Chocolate Dahlia. This thing is just so good. I have had this for years and the texture of this trio is as good as it ever was. I think maybe I put this on a favorite list possibly from 2022. I can't remember the exact year, but this thing is still creamy. It's still buttery. The texture of this shadow is beautiful. I can't believe it's still performing as well as it did when I first got it. So this middle pan is just a very pale kind of taupey tan color. And I just love tapping it on with my finger and then just gently blending it out. And many times I'm not going to be using eyeshadow. So really the reason why I'm doing this is just basically on camera, just to kind of give a nice even wash of color for the camera. So this is definitely not something I do on a daily basis if I'm just running errands or if I'm gonna go play tennis or I'm just doing kind of, you know, administrative stuff at home. This is not something that I'm typically gonna do on a day-to-day basis, but if I do wanna elevate a daily look, like if I'm going out for lunch or just wanna look a little bit more special for the daytime, this is definitely something I am going to reach for. Now, on a day-to-day basis where I don't feel like putting eyeshadow on, the product that I'm reaching for on a daily basis, this is not going to be any shock to you guys if you frequent my channel, is the Victoria Beckham Kajal eyeliner in bronze. This is just so gorgeous. I will show you what this looks like on my hand so you can see the swatch here. This color is just absolute perfection. What I do with a very, very gentle hand is just very, very gently line the waterline. And I am using such a light hand, and the color payoff is just incredible. Typically, I would just use maybe a Q-tip to kind of blend this a little bit more. I don't have a Q-tip down here, so I'm just going to use this flat Hakuhodo eyeshadow brush that I have. And typically what I would do on a day-to-day basis is take, well, and I'll go ahead and just do this right now, is I just dab a little bit, and it's messy. I'm not too precious about it. I just dab a little bit and then smudge it out right above the upper lash line. And that's basically all I do, like I said, on a day-to-day basis. Now, if I want to elevate it a little bit, what I would do is take the darker chocolate brown pan here from the Kaja Trio. Like I said, this is the Chocolate Dahlia. And I would take the flat Hakuhodo brush, just dip this right in here, maybe kind of smudge that out a little bit so it's not too dark. So just kind of use my hand here to smudge it out. And then I would go along the upper lash line to kind of make it a little bit more smoky. And then again, I love using my fingers for this to smudge it out. Now, if I really want to elevate the look and make it look more evening, or let's say if I were going to be filming, then I would go in with the top sparkly pan. This is a beautiful, beautiful topper. And then I would go ahead and just dab a little bit here on the center. I'm pretty sure this is actually what I did in my last video for my fall fragrance video. I think this is what I had on for that video as well. And again, just using my fingers. This is so easy to do. This Chocolate Dahlia Trio is definitely my favorite one from Kaja. I hope they never discontinue it, because even though I don't know as if I'll ever finish this thing, I always want to be able to recommend it. So yeah, I think this is just a really beautiful, easy, simple look. Takes you from day to night. I just absolutely love it. And then as far as mascara goes, as I've been mentioning many, many times now, I absolutely love the IT Cosmetics Tightline. This is what I've been reaching for on a daily basis for an everyday, really natural mascara look. I love this incredibly skinny brush, which allows you to really get up in there and tightline with it, as the name says. And it's so easy to use. Just absolutely love this mascara. So you just rest it on the waterline and then just pull up the lashes. It's so easy to use. So there it is. That's what I do on a daily basis when it comes to my eyes. And then I just use a little brush for my brows. That's all I ever do with my brows. Now, as far as bronzer goes, if I do feel like I need to warm up my complexion, I'm gonna reach for something super easy like the Merit bronzer. I have the color in Clay. This is really fast, really easy. I love that you just can apply it directly from the stick. And then let's see, where is my bronzer brush? Again, using the Merit bronzer brush. As you can tell, I love Merit. So easy to use, very natural, gives a beautiful finish. So yeah, when it comes to bronzer, it's a plus or a minus when it comes to daily use, but something like this is super easy to use just to warm up my skin, just super fast. But now moving on to blush. Blush is something I tend to use on a daily basis just to give a little bit of life to my cheeks. So this is the Merit Holiday Kit. They're calling this their Mini Flush Balm Trio. And in this trio, we have Stockholm, Mood, and Bespoke. And you all might be familiar with Stockholm. This is a baby pink color, which is so cute. Really, really pretty for those of you who love kind of cooler to neutral pinks. And then Mood, which I don't know if I've talked about Mood all that much on my channel, but I do love to use it. I have the full size of Mood. This is a soft burgundy. And then we have Bespoke, which is a pink brown. And again, this is the limited edition shade. And I'm just gonna show you how Mood and Bespoke are different. So let me put Mood here on top, and then Bespoke is on the bottom. So you can see that Mood definitely has that burgundy in there, a little bit more purpley, a little bit more red in there. And then Bespoke definitely leans brown. So they're calling it a pinky brown, but I would say it's got more brown than pink in it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna use Bespoke from Merit as well as the Rhode color, because I definitely wanna also show you what Rhode looks like. So I am going to use Bespoke a little bit higher because it kind of has a little bit of that bronzy look to it. And on my cheeks, it's getting a little bit more of the pink. And these Merit Flush Balms, as you can probably surmise from the name, because it's a balm, these do apply a little bit more sheerly. So the color is not super intense. It's a little bit more of like a sheer wash of color. So I love reaching for these on a day where I don't want to look overdone. I don't want to risk looking overdone. These are really fun for me when I am going to play tennis. You know, tennis is obviously, it's a very social sport. A lot of times, you know, I'm playing with friends, or if I've got a tennis match or something, again, I don't want to look like I have a full face of makeup. So it's nice to be able to reach for a product that's going to give me a little bit of life, a little bit of color, but it's not going to look like, oh, I just put on this full face of makeup to go play in a tennis match, which I'm not super comfortable with. So I actually really like reaching for these Merit Flush Balms for a situation like that. So like I said, this is Bespoke, and this is the limited edition color from the Flush Balm Trio, the Holiday Kit. So next I'm going to put on the Pocket Blush from Rhode. This is in the color Sleepy Girl, and they call this a soft mauve. And I have really been in love with this. And this I love putting right on the apples of my cheeks. And I think I will use a brush for this. And I typically don't use this It Cosmetics brush for blush, but I forgot to bring my blush brush down here. But this is working really well for this, so I just need to make sure I clean it because I do usually use this for powder and foundation. But anyway, I really love this color. It's really natural, it's very pretty, and I will show you how it compares to these two other Merit colors. I feel like it's in between these two. You'll see that Mood is almost looking kind of on that raspberry side. Bespoke looks very brown, and then Sleepy Girl looks more mauvey brown pink. So it kind of almost resides in between the two Merit colors. And in terms of texture, the Rhode texture is definitely on the more creamy side compared to the Merit balmy texture. And I actually like both textures. I feel like the Rhode one, as I mentioned, is more creamy. It's very blendable. You can use your fingers if you want. The color payoff is maybe a little bit more pigmented than the Merit, so you can just keep that in mind. but I wouldn't say it's like leaps and bounds more pigmented than the Merit. But you do want to keep in mind that the Merit is more of a balm, you know, it's a flush balm. So I've got this mirror down here that I'm looking at, and I feel like I have got more than enough color on my face. I don't know if that's really translating on camera because, as I've told you guys so many times, I use natural light, and even though it is an overcast day, there's a really good amount of natural light coming in, and I feel like it's maybe washing it out a little bit. But anyway, I really, really like how all these colors look on my skin. A little bit of the Merit bronzer. I really actually do like this mood color from Merit from this limited edition trio set that they have for their holiday kit. I do want to move on to the Merit lip kit that they have. It's called their dress code set. All of these are limited edition, which I think is really, really fun for the holidays. So if you love these Merit lipsticks, you should definitely check this out. It is just absolutely gorgeous. Let me tell you about the colors. The first one is Bespoke. This is in their original formulation, the satin. And Bespoke is a medium pink brown. And let me swatch this for you. So this is the swatch of Bespoke. And like I said, it's a medium pink brown in the original satin formula. And then next up we have Black Tie, and this is in their lightweight matte formula. And Black Tie is a deep burgundy. For those of you who love a matte dramatic lip, this just looks so stunning. And then finally, I'm going to show you my absolute favorite that I have been wearing almost every day. This is their Jour color, and this is a new limited edition shade and finish. This is a lip blush, and I really, really hope that they make this lip blush a new finish in their line. This is a soft mauve, and this is what I'm going to put on my lips here in just a second. Just love this color so much. And just to reiterate, the finish in Jour is limited edition, as well as the color being limited edition. So I think what I'm gonna do is line my lips really quickly with the Tower 28 multi-liner in Fill Me In. So I'm just gonna line my lips just real quick. And again, this is not something I do on the daily. And I really don't think that you need to do this with this lip blush. I'm just doing this for the camera just so that my lips have some definition here. But I have been just going in with Jour, just straight on my lips. With no lip liner whatsoever. This texture feels really, really amazing. It feels like a lip balm that is not glossy at all. So it's kind of like this interesting hybrid between a lip balm and a matte formulation. And it just feels really good on the lips. It feels very comfortable. I absolutely love this color. It's called a soft mauve, but it's not too cool. I feel like it's a very neutral mauve color, and I think it's really flattering. And I know that I said I don't usually use a liner on a daily basis, but what I do find to be really quick and easy to do is take a brush, a lip brush, and just kind of smooth out the edges. I don't really find that takes very much time in my daily routine. So if I don't use a lip liner, a lot of times I will take my lip brush and just kind of smooth out the edges. And then the last couple of days, I have used my Eadem Softening Lip Balm in Clear. I can't remember the exact name of it, but I think it's something mochi. I have been using this on top of Jour from Merit and really liking how it looks with just a slight sheen on top of it. So I foresee myself using this combination pretty much all through the fall. And I also think that this is kind of a seasonless lip look, but especially for the fall, I think this is just absolutely gorgeous. So let me get my hair down because I wasn't really planning on wearing it up in barrettes today. So get my hair together here. I am fully ready to go for the day with my makeup on. Like I said, this isn't necessarily my actual daily look. This is a little bit elevated. I do have a little bit of sparklies on my eyes, which is not necessarily something I'm gonna be doing when I go to the grocery store. And I also have a little bit more blush on than I normally would. But other than that, this has definitely been what I have been doing day to day, especially using the Roshbrook Tinted Moisturizer, as well as reaching for the Rhode Pocket Blush and the Merit Flush Balms, and also the Cosmetics Mascara. I would say that has just been such a huge mainstay for my everyday go-to look. And then in general, the Merit lipsticks have been a daily go-to. And then also the Eadem softening lip balms have become a daily part of my routine. As I did in this video, I love using the clear one on top of any kind of a color of a lipstick, but then I also have two other colors that I really have been enjoying, which I will put down below because I cannot remember the names of the two that I have, but I love both of them. I wear them all the time, and I just cannot highly recommend this Eadem softening lip balm enough. This has been a huge favorite of mine, and don't be surprised if it is in my favorites of 2024. So there you have it for my daily look, what I have been wearing almost every single day over these last several weeks and months. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I really appreciate you watching. And if you liked the video, please do give me a thumbs up. And if you have not yet subscribed, I would really, really love it if you would do so. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.